Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
So Moses Itauma is the most talented, the most gifted heavyweight prospect in the division right now. In fact, we haven't seen an undefeated heavyweight prospect at the age of 20 this talented since Mike Tyson. And let me just make this clear. I'm not trying to say he's as good as Mike Tyson or he will accomplish everything that Mike Tyson accomplished. I'm just saying we haven't seen a 20-year-old heavyweight this promising since Mike Tyson. I mean, because when it comes to the heavyweight division, for the most part, we're used to seeing prospects in their late 20s, early 30s. It's very rare to see fighters as talented as Moses Itauma at the age of 20 in the heavyweight division. Moses is not only undefeated as a pro, he's also undefeated as an amateur. So he's never lost since he's been boxing. He was trying to beat Mike Tyson's record by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion of all time, but he fell short because it's not going to be that easy for him to get a title shot. But the good news for Moses is now the WBO has surprisingly ranked him at number 1, or I should say they have elevated him to number 1. This is what the WBO president said. Moses Itauma has climbed the WBO rankings with talent, discipline, and electrifying performances. Now the number 1 world-rated heavyweight contender. His moment is approaching. It's only a matter of time before he gets his shot and the world sees a new star emerge. #new era, #Moses Itauma. Man, that is high praise from the WBO. It sounds like it's only a matter of time before they give him that mandatory spot. Now, as much as I would love to see some new young blood challenge the heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk, I don't believe Moses has fought anyone in the top 10 yet. And I do want to see him fight someone in the top 10 before he fights for a title shot. It would make the fight even bigger, obviously. He just got a knockout win this past weekend, and there were talks that he's supposed to be fighting against Bakoli in his very next fight, which would be a huge step up for him. This is what Moses said about fighting against Bakoli right after his knockout win.
Everyone keeps talking about how are we going to get you rounds. How do you feel about that?
Listen, there's only one way, and that's step up in opposition, but we've got to do it right, we've got to do it correctly.
A name which was mentioned as soon as your opponent hit the deck was Moses Itauma beats Martin Bakoli. Yeah?
See, listen, although he had the performances he had, he's still a solid fighter. And you just got to give him the respect that he deserves. So, yeah, maybe I might beat Martin Bakoli, but he's still a solid operator.
Bakoli was actually there watching the fight live, and this was his reaction to Moses Itauma's performance and possibly fighting against Moses.
Martin, there's been a lot of conversations about a fight between yourself and Moses Itauma. What did you make of Moses' performance tonight? He stopped Mike Balogun in 2 rounds.
Yeah, he done well, but against someone who's bum. But in a high level, I think they have to give him a good test, because this is not Moses that is calling Martin Bakoli fighting bum like this. He needs to fight a good quality people and try to test himself if he wants to be a world champion tomorrow. And I never mentioned his name. I don't know if he knew who he is. I'm thinking about getting a big fight. I'm talking about top 5, 6. I don't know who is the top 10 or top 20, but he's a boxer, he's a heavyweight. He's doing what he's doing and he's speaking his mind.
It's kind of funny. I don't know if Martin Bakoli, he actually said this before the WBO announced that Moses is now the number 1 contender. But if you notice, Martin, he made it sound like he wasn't interested in fighting Moses, and instead he'd rather fight a guy in the top 5 of the division. And now Moses is the number 1 guy when it comes to the WBO rankings. And Martin is not even ranked by the WBO, which is extremely controversial. So it almost sounds to me like the WBO, they put him in this position so he could fight in a title eliminator against a fighter like Martin Bakoli. Martin is ranked number 4 by the WBC, and he's ranked number 10 by the IBF. He's not even ranked by the WBA. So his quickest way to a title shot would probably be against a Moses Itauma or Lawrence Oakley, who's the number 1 contender for the WBC. But it sounds like this is the fight that DAZN and everyone wants over there. And this fight makes the most sense. Once again, Bakoli, he said that he's interested in fighting a guy in the top 5, and now he has a guy in the top 5, which is Moses Itauma. And this would be Moses' biggest step up in competition. And in order for him to get a title shot, he needs to get a win over someone like a Martin Bakoli. Because the truth of the matter is, as of now, Moses, he does not deserve a title shot. Now, I remember after Moses' last knockout, I'm talking about before this previous knockout, there were talks that his next opponent might be against another heavyweight prospect, Justice Hooney. I don't know what happened with that fight, but now Fabio Wardley is fighting against Hooney. And that's a really good matchup. I'm looking forward to that fight. In fact, I believe Fabio Wardley, he deserves a title shot more than Itauma Moses does. Even though I would like to see Moses and Wardley both fight for the title, I just feel once again when it comes to Moses, he needs to earn it by fighting someone in the top 10. So hopefully that is in his next fight. But I do believe that Moses Itauma, he is the most dangerous prospect in the heavyweight division right now. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.